Welcome everyone to the 365 Days for the Elderly channel. Today, we're sharing the story of Emily and her struggles with weight gain and how she found her way back to joy and balance in this chapter of life. Make sure to watch the video until the end to learn more. The story, When the Old Jeans No Longer Fit. Emily Carter, 34, lives in the peaceful city of Portland, Oregon. She's a smart, strong, and driven woman, a marketing professional constantly racing deadlines, jumping from one Zoom meeting to another and never quite putting her phone down. She used to be the kind of person who woke up at 6 a.m. for yoga, cooked wholesome meals with her own hands, and devoted her weekends to recharging her body and mind. But life doesn't always go the way we plan. After turning 30, things slowly began to shift. Work piled up. She became the sole caregiver for her aging ill mother. And time for herself? That became a luxury, traded away for duty and responsibility. Her once nutritious breakfasts were replaced by a quick muffin and a sugary latte, eyes glued to her laptop. Lunch turned into takeout boxes ordered through food delivery apps. And dinner? Most nights, she found herself curled up on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, binging Netflix with an open bag of potato chips by her side. Some mornings, she would stand still in front of the mirror, her hand resting on the belly that had quietly grown beneath her sweater. Just a few extra pounds. She repeated that phrase over and over in her mind, trying to comfort herself. But then that moment came. She reached for her favorite old pair of jeans, the ones she used to wear when she felt vibrant and full of confidence walking down the street, only to discover she couldn't zip them up anymore. Emily stood there, one hand gripping the waistband, the other leaning on the closet door. She didn't cry, but her heart tightened. Suddenly, those stairs she'd been struggling to climb, the breathlessness she kept brushing off, became impossible to ignore. It wasn't just about looks anymore. It was about her health, her mental well-being, and her self-respect. Symptoms. When the body starts speaking up, at first, Emily thought it was just normal fatigue, an unavoidable part of a busy life. But then, the signs started to show, and they became harder and harder to ignore. In the morning, she found it difficult to get out of bed, even after a full 8 hours of sleep. Her body felt heavy, like something was weighing down every joint. Climbing just a single flight of stairs would leave her breathless, forcing her to stop midway to catch her breath. Her old running shoes, once a symbol of energy and discipline, now sat untouched in the corner of her closet, collecting dust. While working, she began to feel numbness in her neck and shoulders, her mind wrapped in a fog she couldn't shake off. She struggled to concentrate, became irritable easily, and reached for more coffee just to stay alert, only to feel her heart race and flutter with anxiety in return. Then came the more private signs, the ones she didn't want to talk to anyone about. Irregular periods, a constant dull ache in her lower abdomen, and her skin, once smooth and glowing, now breaking out, dull and tired looking. The breaking point came one afternoon when she bent down to tie her shoelaces, and suddenly her breath caught, her back flared in pain, and a wave of dizziness hit her. In that moment, she realized this wasn't just about gaining a few pounds. It was a serious wake-up call from her body. Emily felt lost, exhausted, and out of control, as if the strong, vibrant woman she used to be had slowly slipped away without her even noticing. The supporting product. When Emily found Mitolyn, a gentle light in a tiring journey. One late night, Emily lay wide awake in bed, tucked under the covers but still filled with unease. She did what many women in quiet desperation have done before. She turned to her phone, searching for hope in the glow of the screen. She typed, "Healthy weight loss for women over 30. Hundreds of articles, products, and diet plans popped up. But one name made her pause. Mitolyn. It wasn't one of those harsh weight loss pills. It wasn't another supplement that forces your body to crash and burn. Mitolyn was something different, a refined, science-backed formula made specifically for women facing slowed metabolism and dwindling energy after 30. Mitolyn didn't promise miracles, but it helped Emily see that there was a way to support her body from within, in a safe, gentle way that aligned with the pace of her life. The product is designed around the science of mitochondrial reactivation, the process of reigniting the powerhouses inside our cells, responsible for fat burning, energy production, and full-body revitalization. Mitolyn helps to stimulate metabolism, which naturally slows down after 30, supporting gentle, sustainable fat burning. Reduce fatigue and sluggishness, replacing them with steady, balanced energy throughout the day. Improve focus and mental clarity, lifting that brain fog so common with stress and weight gain. Promote deeper sleep so the body can repair and restore each night. And most importantly, no caffeine, no stimulants, and no feelings of losing control over her body. Emily didn't rush, but she chose. That night, she ordered Mitolyn, as if writing a letter of hope to her future self. Results after using Mitolyn. When Emily found herself again during the first week of using Mitolyn, Emily didn't expect anything too dramatic. She continued eating as usual with only minor adjustments, adding more greens, drinking more water, and trying to walk every evening after dinner. But what surprised her wasn't her waistline, it was her energy. For the first time in months, Emily woke up without needing a second alarm, no longer feeling like she was being dragged through the day. Her mind felt clearer, free from the fog that had clouded her thoughts for so long. After 2 weeks, she started doing yoga again, just gently, a few sun salutations each morning. But the miracle was that she could feel her breath deeper, her body responding more positively. By the end of the first month, her waistline had shrunk by nearly 2 inches. Not because she was depriving herself of food, but thanks to her metabolism being reignited. She no longer craved sugar in the afternoons or needed a bag of chips while watching TV. The feeling of control returned, not through rigid discipline, but by understanding and listening to her body. She continued taking Mitolyn regularly as part of her self-care journey. With a healthy lifestyle in place, Mitolyn helped her lose a total of 12 pounds in 3 months, sustainably, without pain, and without sacrificing her mental well-being. But the real results weren't just the numbers. Emily laughed more. She went out more. She called her best friend back, the one she had been avoiding due to self-consciousness. She tried on her old favorite jeans again, and this time, they fit perfectly. And for the first time in a long time, she looked in the mirror and smiled from the heart. Lesson learned. When loving yourself is a lifelong journey, some changes don't happen overnight, and some sorrows are not easy to name. But what Emily learned through it all wasn't about the old jeans or the number on the scale. It was about the journey she chose to embark on, gently but steadfastly, to become herself again. Modern life can easily sweep away all efforts of self-care, especially when a woman has to juggle work, motherhood, daughterhood, and caregiving. Meanwhile, health, emotions, and self-confidence are often the last things on her list, but Emily understood that. We can't wait for our bodies to cry out for help before we start loving it. Health isn't just a goal, it's a lifelong commitment to ourselves. And in order to care for others, we must first learn how to care for ourselves. Mitolyn isn't a miracle, but for Emily, it was the key that unlocked the door back to self-respect, confidence, and vitality. It served as a reminder. No matter where you are on this journey, you deserve to feel healthy, whole, and happy. And if you see yourself in Emily's story, then perhaps it's time to place your hand over your heart, listen to it, and start taking those small, gentle, but powerful steps on the path to becoming yourself again. So no matter what age you are, especially women over 30, take care of your mental and physical health, because that is the key to a healthy and happy life. Thank you for watching the video. Follow the channel for more stories and tips that will help improve the well-being of elderly individuals.